Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks, and that gentleman that I did this one for actually sent me a second one while that one was loading. This would be relatively easy, a lot easier than the first one. I wasn't going to do a video, but I thought I'd go ahead and do it. Just make you a rectangle and to make that exact shape, and just start clicking till you get it round on the top. Go up to Object, convert it to a curve. Let's zoom in here. This thing is only, we're going to get rid of these two nodes. This object is only 0.84 wide, so we're going to change our nudge factor to 0.001. Grab the shape tool, grab this node and right click. Grab this node and left click. What you're trying to do is get a more of a pyramid shape. Let's do it twice. Each direction. That looks pretty good. Hit P, put it in the center of the page. Hold down your control button to get it in the center. Go to Windows, Dockers, Transform. Go to Rotation. We're gonna double click and put it in the center of the page. A lot of times it doesn't look like in the center. Double click on it again. And it is in the center. We're going to rotate this thing 18 degrees. You don't want them too thin. You want some wood between there so it won't burn away, because this thing is going to be very little. We've got that done. This shape looks like, I mean, you can have any shape you want. Let's just draw another rectangle. Make it about that big, and this way I'll kind of show you. Let's rotate. Edge off, take some edges off. Let's click on it and turn it into a curve again. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to grab these two nodes and move them in twice with that nudge. Hit P, put it in the center of the page. P, put it in the center of the page. I don't know what's going on. Okay, center of the page. Using your control button to hold it up. Now, this is where this thing can really help you. We know it's going to be a lot less than, you could count how many are there. We're going to say we just want 10. 10 divided by 360 is 36 degrees. Hit apply. I did not rotate it from the center. It doesn't look like it's in the center, so double check it. A lot of times if you don't hit the X and it's not in the center, that's why a lot of times I'll go off the page and come back. Still doesn't look like it's in the center. You get the shape tool when you do that. I think I've got a lot of copies on there, but I'm going to go ahead and do this. We could go a little bit more. Let's put 12. Bring out the calculator. 360 divided by 12 is 30 degrees. Should have known that. That looks pretty good. Then just make another shape. And you can see that this shape, the next one's in the middle. And I've got way too many copies right there, but it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to delete a bunch of them. I can see it. I can see that there's double lines, triple lines, probably 12 lines. We've got them all. Now, Control G and group that together. We're going to rotate the whole thing 15 degrees, half of it, to put that middle bar in the middle. Now it's got another weird shape. We're going to do the same thing with a rectangle, make it a little bit smaller. Let's zoom in here. So anything, this would be yours. Let's go ahead and round it off just a little bit, and with everything clicked, it's going to round it off equally. Now, let's kind of look at that. I'm just trying to copy it a little bit. It looks like, you know what, it might have been better to start with an oval. and turn that into a curve. Grab your shape tool and just kind of nudge that up. That looks pretty good. Hit P. Put in the center of the page. Start moving and hold down your control button. Now this time, we want the same amount as we did before. I did not. Click on it again, make sure you're in the center. Hit apply. I mean, this is really easy, and it would be your design. Now, let's Control G and group that together, and we'll rotate it 15 degrees. What we're doing, we're getting that open spot. Now, this time they have a part that kind of goes down inside. So let's use the rectangle tool again. Let's put a little bit of an arc on it. Let's turn it into a curve. Grab your shape tool, and let's grab those and let's move them in quite a bit. I didn't count, but we can make them equal. There's our new shape, and you could even do more than that. Let's go. Let's hit P, put it in the center of the page before we adjust it. Hold down the control button and put it like right in there. And this is, you don't want them too close. But we can do this with this. We can add a node to the middle and kind of put it down like that, and maybe even delete all these nodes. Kind of a cool shape. Now we want to do the exact same thing. Move the rotation to the center. Do the exact same thing. Now they've got a little bit of a curve on the top, and then they have another one, you know, in between there. I'm not going to take the time, but, you know, making this flower would be relatively easy. Let's call this good. Let's Control G and group it together. Let's take, this thing has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sides. Let's use a 8-sided polygon. Draw it like that and hit P. You could leave it like that, but since it's a polygon, you can take your pick tool, grab one of the nodes, actually grab one of these nodes and bring it in to wherever you want. You know, and this would be a good case right here. Let's do this. This thing has 8 sides, 360 divided by 8, 45 degrees, but we don't need to rotate it 45 degrees. We need to rotate it 22.5 because we only need to rotate it so where we get a flat side. Double click on it and rotate it 22.5 degrees. Now we have a flat side, and where that's going to help you is when you bring in this thing, you can hold down the control button and it'll be an equal side. You have to be up like that. Now they've got them curved, so you could select the whole thing and turn them into a curve. Now grab your shape tool and see we've got a little bit of a curve, and you can change that. I'm pretty sure you can still change that handle, and it changes all of them. Now they've got some other things added, but it's the same principle. Anyway, I hope that helped a little bit, and thank you for watching.